Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ruben coming at you. Once again, to make sense, to make you understand what's been happening behind the scene before this whole pandemic was turned loose on the world. So hear me out. First of all, I want you to understand, please, I was going to send you just one link. So I'm going to send you actually 3 of them. And one of them is like a minute long. Okay? What I'm going to share with you right now is, I'm not playing when I tell you this. I'm very serious. It is the dynamics of evil concerning this coronavirus. Ladies and gentlemen, already, if you can just go back to the links that I have shared with you, I have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was planned, this was rehearsed over and over again. Just like it was on 9/11, back in September 11, 2001. Remember? There was military drills conducted on the very same day that they planned to bring the towers to justify the invasion of Iraq. With the excuse that, oh no, Saddam Hussein got weapons of mass destruction. But let me just tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to prove to you what I'm talking about here, the dynamics of evil. See, coronavirus has been around. I know people would like to kind of try to explain things away to justify their evil, their twisted evil. They're going to say, oh, there are different kind of strains of coronavirus. No. A virus is a virus. I don't care how low, I don't care which level you give it. It is a virus. It is no good, which, by the way, viruses are created. Not the ones that are inside our body, because inside our body we have 380 viruses. 380 million, actually 380 billion viruses, okay? So, ever since we fell from the grace of the Creator, we became a virus. So what the devil and his minions, who are the devil's disciples, the ones that control this planet, what they have done through history is to exploit our weaknesses to destroy us even more. Destructions upon destruction. Water rained over water. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is no longer funny. I mean, you got most states in the United States living under, what is it? What do they call it? Shelter in home, stay-at-home shelter. I mean, really? Why don't we do that when we kill 50 million kids through abortion? Why don't we do that when 480,000 people died of heart attack in the United States alone? 50 million of abortion died worldwide. But 480,000 of heart attacks, 43,000, actually went up, 47,000 people died of drunken driving. Why don't we put oh, Ruben, they are different level, yeah. So when you mean to tell me that when you create a viruses to suppress and to submit and to make the masses submit to your rules and regulation, that's acceptable? Ladies and gentlemen, I already sent you the event 201. I'm not going to send you a link with that again. You do your own research, do your own homework. Event 201. They rehearsed this thing. This was planned. And the other thing is there was a book by Dean Koontz, published back in 1981 called The Eyes of Darkness. I may send you a link on that, which talks about a Wuhan 400 virus. Ladies and gentlemen, please. I don't know how else to convince you. I mean, I guess that once the mind is made up to follow this matrix, to follow the system, and to swallow everything they give us, it's too late. We already have a virus inside of our mind that would not allow us to come out of the box and to become critical thinker. So the dynamics of evil is just what it is. Throughout history, for instance, in the Roman Empire, empire were destroyed from within. The Roman Empire was destroyed from within, and so will the United States of America, which they call, by the way, an experiment. Since I have some new subscribers on board, I'm going to send you what Mr. LaGracia Tyson clearly said. But, he's kind of late because that's what I've been saying all along. That this was all an experiment. Of course, he cannot say that, well, we did this, we did the experiment. No, he said, that's my opinion, right? See? Because you know what they say about opinion, right? So that kind of loses traction with the fact that these people are all in on this thing. Okay? So the dynamics of evil, we got to understand these people don't care about you staying home. I want to make sure that you people stay at home, stay home shelter or shelter in, whatever the hell they call it. You think they do it because they really love you and care about you? No. Because if they did, they would not allow the most defenseless being on this planet to get killed from their mother's womb through abortion. And then they can bring them out. Sometimes they bring those kids in pieces out of their mother's womb. So are you beginning to see the hypocritical nature of this whole thing? These people want power over the masses. That has always been the plan. And they are about to bring the new world order. But not to worry, this is not the time. This thing will pass. Okay? This thing will pass. But you know what? What they have planned next will completely bring people to their knees. And as LaGracia Tyson said it, and there's links that I'm going to send you, he said, in my humble opinion, this was a new experiment, an experiment play on people. And the host is saying, so we are the guinea pig? He didn't know how to answer that. Of course we are. We have always been the guinea pig. And guess what? There are rumors that a vaccine was just all of a sudden came out of the blue. A miraculous vaccine came out of Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Are we that blind? Are we that brainwashed? Are we that stupid not to see things through? I mean, this goes beyond belief. I'm stunned by the fact that people swallow everything that government tells them. Oh, the vaccines are good for you. Are you freaking kidding me? Vaccines is the problem. That's why people are walking around with all these viruses. And by the way, just in case you didn't know, you can do your own research on this. The coronavirus, or any virus for that matter, cannot spread, is airborne. You can ask, a very honest, God-fearing doctor, which there are a few of them, because most of them are atheists anyway. And even when they do believe in a creator, they don't call him by his name, the I am. They call him an intelligent designer. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna make this nice and sweet. Please enjoy the links that I'm gonna send you. But the dynamics of evil have always been there throughout many different empires. I mean, you look at the Greek Empire, ladies and gentlemen. You look at what Alexander the Great did. Okay, dying at the age of 33 from drunken. He overdosed himself in drinking, and then having some homosexual relationship. All right. Back in the Persian Empire, which, by the way, that's where the very first Islam belief came out of. The Islamic belief came out of the Persian methodology. In fact, Muhammad's dad came out of the Persian methodology practices. And so when Muhammad came on the scene, he threw out a lot of idolatry, which it is completely forbidden in the Holy Book, in the Holy Bible. This man was not able to read or write, but yet we are led to believe that we must consider him a prophet. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, please wake up. Religions have been a joke, just like politics. It's a joke playing on the human mind. God did not call you to believe in any religion. Christ, Yahushua, didn't practice any religion. It is how you live your life, how you conduct yourself. Are you following the 10 Commandments? That's all he asks you. But no, we got to be part of something. See? It's the same political and religious mentality. Again, another example of the dynamics of evil. But that's another video in itself. And the Babylon Empire with the Nebuchadnezzar, remember? He made a statue and he wanted people to worship that statue. The Mayans worshiping the Kukulkan, which is the feather serpent, and the Aztec Empire worshiping the Quetzalcoatl, which actually means the same thing. And what did these people have in common? Human sacrifices, the dynamics of evil. 50 million kids are aborted throughout the whole planet every year. The dynamics of evil at play. Back in 1918, the Spanish influenza or the Spanish flu, another example of the dynamics of evil. Wars, another example of the dynamics of evil. Because you know what happened in war. War is also a game in itself, just like drug trafficking. Okay? When you are part of a government system, of a matrix, you need to play along with it. These people, since these people control the media, they created panic and fear among the people. And look how the people behaved, fighting over toilet paper in supermarkets throughout the planet. People buying guns left and right, just in case something breaks out. So people can kill each other. Ladies and gentlemen, please. This has been going on before you and I were even conceived in our mother. Before we were even thought of. Before even our parents existed. This evil game have been going on for thousands upon thousands of years. For 6,000 years on this planet. Isn't it about time for us to wake up and smell the coffee? And see right through things when they are freaking light in our faces? And then, let me just tell you, if you don't think, let me give you an example of what I'm saying to you. For instance, the evil of politics. People have always voted, right? They have always voted. How come things aren't getting any better? See, when you vote, you become part of a process to actually you actually become part of something. You have given up your right before God and man. Because when you complain, when people go on protesting like the Yellow Jackets in France, like in Hong Kong, it's too late. In Hong Kong, it's a different story. But you voted, all right? That's how they get you psychologically. And that's why they always win. Okay? Wake up. Because you was part of something. So that's an insult to your intelligence as a voter. And yet people even take pride in the fact that they voted. For an evil system, for an evil matrix which we are under. These people are getting ready to bring the new world order. Believe it or not. Or what the Christians call the Antichrist system. But this is not it. I hate to break it to you. It may feel like it. It may look like it is. No. In fact, let us go to Matthew 24. In your King James Version. Matthew 24. Okay? And then I will... But first, before I go there, let me just, again, let me bring you up to date on Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? You see? The Bible clearly is telling you who's really in charge of this planet. They control Hollywood. They control your media. Hello. Listen to this. Matthew 24, chapter 24, verse 6. Well, I mean, this is a conversation that he was having with his disciples. In fact, I'm going to see if I can reach the whole thing. Verse 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple. And his disciple came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. 2. And Christ said unto them, see you not all these things? Verily I said unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Ladies and gentlemen, 40 years later, 40 years after Christ's death, that prophecy came true. Number 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Okay? Because they thought that Christ was going to return in their lifetime. No. It's at the end. We are right here, ladies and gentlemen. 4. And Christ answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. You know why he said that? Because as a former door-to-door salesman, I can tell you, the human mind is easy to deceive. Once you're distracted, once you get the human mind distracted, once you get involved into something, whether it is a personal conversation about where you're from, once you get, that's what we used to call your personal contact. You introduce yourself, you got your personal contact. Oh, where you from? Oh, you from France? Oh, nice. I know a little bit of French. Comment allez-vous, monsieur? C'est la vie. You know, things like that. Then, once you get people involved into this, that people used to invite me into their houses. And I used to make really good sales. This was before the internet was even around. I was one of the guys out there selling Encyclopedia Britannica and getting you subscribed to many magazines out there, like TV Guide, remember that? Time Magazine, Sports Illustrated. Anyway, so the reason he's saying that because he knows how the human mind works. It's easy to deceive. It's easy to trick. And that is exactly what is happening. And this is why, and the media know the psychology behind this, and they know this. And look at the people. Look at the result. People are going crazy. Let's keep going. 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. I was talking about the religions, you see? They want to create a confusion so that people become atheists. Because of religions, atheism is blowing out of proportion. It's growing by the millions. 6. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you not be troubled, for all of these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be what? Famines, and pestilences, and earthquake in diverse places. In diverse places. So, again, pestilences, viruses, earthquakes. In fact, there was an earthquake back in Russia. I think it was yesterday. And warning of tsunami. The earth is angry with us clown walking up on her because we have misbehaved. Okay? The earth itself is saying, I cannot believe that the beings that are made out of the same material that I am are completely destroying me and desecrating me and polluting me left and right. Now, let us go to Isaiah chapter 20. Actually, 26, I believe. I'm sorry. Okay? Isaiah chapter 26. Verse 20 says the following. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as he were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. 21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. So you see what's happening there? Yeah. Follow the rules. Stay in thy chambers. But God is going to manifest himself. Our faith is going to be proved. Will you pass the test, or will you give in and say, please chip me, oh, new world order, hey, Satan? It's up to you. You made that call. Once again, don't forget to look at the very important and educational links that I'm about to share with you. Okay?